Am I the a-hole for evicting my husband after finding the nanny's nudes?
No.
You should.
This comes from Icy Cable 3267. I'm new to Reddit, but my little sister suggested I ask here. I'm a 28 female. My daughter is Cassie, 11 months, and my husband is Alex, 35. So basically, it's just what the title said. I had Cassie and then returned to work. I'm a psychologist, as I could never be a stay-at-home mom. I'm actually French, but live in the US. So when I returned at the 4-month mark, I had a difficult birth. We looked around to find a nanny to look after Cassie whilst myself and Alex were at work.
We're gonna need some help.
Whilst.
What kind of nanny?
That's how you know they're fancy, when they have a nanny and they say whilst.
No,
Whilst.
if she had said au pair, that would have been.
That would have been very
that's the
fancy.
true
All the
sign.
French mothers have au pairs.
That is true. Oh my.
We saw a few
fancy.
girls, but then one of Alex's colleagues suggested his daughter, who had dropped out of college. Let's call her Liv, 20 female. Everything went well. Admittedly, I did notice her being quite attached to Cassie, but I brushed it off as a good friendship between the two. And again, that's Cassie, 11 months. Wait.
Cassie, 11 months.
How dare you be close to my baby?
She was holding my baby a lot.
Yeah, a little too much.
I'm getting a little jealous.
That is a thing where like kids you babysit, they'll call you mom. And you're like,
Have you been called mom?
Yeah.
By a child?
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
She also liked Alex. Alex is the husband,
Ooh.
35. It was obvious she had a crush on him, always batting her lashes and giggling. I actually found it amusing, as I'm confident in myself. He always laughed it off with me too. But then on Thursday night, he asked me to do something on his phone whilst he bathed Cassie, and I saw some pictures flash up from Liv. No.
Were they flashing pictures?
When I looked at them, they were obviously sexy nude.
Not just nudes, they were
Sexy nude. I was turned on. She was wearing skimpy lingerie and in provocative poses. I looked back at the history, and she had been sending these for a while.
Oh my God.
As far as I can see, Alex has never responded, but obviously text can be deleted. When I asked him, he got defensive and told me to stop using my psychiatrist tricks on him.
Your little mind games don't work on me.
Don't try to turn this on me.
I've just been receiving nudes from a 20-year-old. I'm totally
wrong with
I'm
innocent.
innocent.
Just because I'm in the wrong doesn't mean you should tell me I am.
Yeah. I was not happy with his non-answers, and it ended up in a shouting match, waking Casey.
No.
Not the baby.
So I got him a bag and threw him out.
Good.
Told him he's not welcome back until I have some answers. I'm considering taking Cassie back home to see my family in France for a bit. His mother and friends have been blowing up my phone saying I'm being too harsh, and they were just harmless texts. Nevertheless, I feel disrespected, and that doesn't fly with me. Was I too harsh? Should I accept his claims that he just never responded? Edit. Not husband, fiance. Also, I'm not taking Cassie to France. We will visit my family for a few weeks, and Alex has given consent. And I've posted an update, and there is an update. There are also some relevant comments where OP is responding. But what do we think so far? Is the fiance innocent? If you don't respond to it, did you receive it? If a nude falls in your DMs and you don't look at it, is it still a nude that you were given? Is it real?
If the nude is in a closed box, is it alive or dead?
All right, I have a question. So if
Schrodinger's
someone
nude.
sends you a bunch of nudes and you don't look at them, is that okay?
But no, he did look at them.
We don't know he looked at them. He never responded.
But he had to have looked at one of them.
Why?
Because he's been getting all of these texts.
One time a while ago, I got a flurry of pics that I never responded to
But how do you know they were dick pics?
because I looked.
We got him.
The flurry happened. The flurry happened. The flurry happened, and then I looked.
No, that's
So
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
maybe she was the one to look.
He also never said that he didn't. He never said that he didn't see it. He just said that I
didn't
never
respond.
responded.
Which
implies
I
that he
think
saw it.
is incriminating.
I
think it's incriminating because you should say, "Hey, stop
it."
And you should tell your wife.
You go immediately to your wife.
Yeah.
Look.
You say, look at these nudes.
Look at the nudes.
Yeah. You go immediately to your wife. You say, I'm sorry. I'm not comfortable with this woman in her house. Get her gone.
They're gone.
Yeah,
Dunzo.
it seems like he was too comfortable. What do you think? What would you do? What would you like him to do? But let's get into these comments.
Yes.
So the very first time she did that, he should have showed it to you.
Yeah.
That's what we said. And the two of you should have discussed what to do, which should have included terminating her employment at your nanny or engaging into some kind of OP. I'm kidding.
Lies.
Believe me, I've sent scathing messages of dismissal to her and her father.
Not daddy. Big
Yeah,
daddy.
and this is also the friend. This is like the father was a friend of theirs.
Yeah, rough.
Which is even more uncomfortable.
That is so cringe.
Yeah.
God.
Comment. You're not wrong. He went behind your back by not telling you about the. I would not allow Liv to babysit anymore. It's honestly weird that someone her age would try to seduce your husband who is 35 years old. It happens often though. And even weirder that your husband didn't say anything about it. I think it's like, it's weird on both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does happen. There's clearly something going on between them, and I would force him to admit the truth to you. It doesn't even matter if he responded to her pics or not. He still broke your trust by not informing you about it. Facts.
Yeah.
Big
Opie
time
says,
facts.
thank you. Yes, I'm suspicious. We have a camera in Cassie's nursery, so I'm going to look over the footage.
Don't
Nanny
tell
cam.
me she took the pictures whilst
Whilst.
next to said baby.
I think she could get arrested for that.
Probably.
Comment. There's nothing harmless in that behavior. You have been betrayed. That he tolerated it is enough. Where were the texts telling her he was a married man in love, a father, her dad's friend, and that this was her last 2 weeks? Why did he immediately jump to accusing you of dirty tricks? I would have fired the nanny, told Hub's friend exactly why, and then watched his reactions. You're not wrong. I'm sorry your husband cheated on you by continuing to accept these pictures. I'm sorry he allowed that person access to your home and your whole family. Opie responds, thank you. Yes, I fired her with immediate effect, and the father has been texted. And one more comment before we get into the update. You are not wrong. This is horrible. He should have told you with the first photo, and the nanny should have been fired. I absolutely think there is more going on here, which we also believe, which is why he's gaslighting you. You said her father is your husband's colleague. Well, I would be reaching out to him, letting him know, and then firing her. So it's like letting the husband's friend know that there might be something going on with the daughter.
Drop the bomb.
I find it hard to believe that he never responded. Why not mention it to you then? I would not be okay with this situation at all. You know what?
He deleted his responses.
He deleted his responses, but not the pictures because he wanted to look back at them.
Yeah.
Nice job, idiot.
Stupid.
OP responds, I messaged her father earlier and I meant to update saying that he replied confused but disappointed. He apologized a lot and said he will talk to his wife about what to do next, but that's their issue. And there is a big, fat, juicy update.
Oh my God.
Juicy update.
Ready to get into it, boys and girls?
Let's do it.
And I want to know, before we get into this update, comment below what you would do in this situation. Would you divorce the husband? And if you were the husband, what would you tell the nanny and your wife? Let us know in the comments.
Divorce.
Update. I like to start this off by addressing the comments stating I'm kidnapping my daughter. I'm taking her with me on a visit to my family back home in France for a few weeks. Her father has given his consent.
What is wrong with
it?
people?
It is a non-issue. There was also confusion about my job. I work in the psychology field and I was just using this post as a sounding board. Really, the responses from his friends and mother made me question myself. As stated, I informed Liv's father of what happened. He was furious with both Alex and Liv.
Yeah.
There we go.
Alex, his 35-year-old friend.
Yeah.
He apologized to me and said he will try to get the truth from her and that she rebels any chance she gets, but this was disgusting. So she's like a problem child.
Ooh.
Which why would, if she was the problem child
Why did he suggest her?
as a nanny?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, he's like, hey, maybe this will straighten her out.
Yeah. Some tie-up care.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't.
Wrong.
What better to learn than from a child?
I then looked through the camera in my daughter's nursery and I saw a clip of Liv asking if she wanted a sister or brother from Miss Livy and Daddy.
No.
No.
Not only are they hooking up, but she has the intention of being with child.
Oh, actually?
That's what like from what we just learned.
Oh my God.
Because she's like, do you want a sister or brother from Miss
Yeah.
Livy? She's like, do you want me to bear children? That made me feel sick to my stomach.
Disgusting.
She responded to her dismissal with denials, but I told her I had the footage and that she was never to lay a hand on my baby again. But if she wanted Alex so bad, she could have him. I reminded her that how you get them is how you lose them, and he would soon tire of a 20-something college dropout kid.
Oh my God.
Alex returned to the house temporarily for us to talk. After me showing him the camera footage and texts from Liv, he broke down and said he was really sorry.
Too little, too late.
Too late. Too bad.
He admitted that whilst nothing happened physically between them, they had been exchanging photos and messages for a month or two. He showed me the original messages, and it was her who had pursued him. She started by saying she felt like a schoolgirl around him and said she needed advice from an important man like him.
No.
Ew.
And sent him a photo of her in lingerie asking if it was sexy. That's not advice. That's not asking for advice.
What are we talking about?
He started out not really responding, but after a few texts, he responded, and it started from there. She was saying things about them being a happy family together, but he never responded to those texts. He begged me to forgive him and start fresh. Question for the comments. Would you forgive him? Is this a forgivable offense? Would you be past it, or would you just kick him to the curb?
No. What
do you
you
think,
do is
Sophia?
you take your bags and you go to France.
Yeah.
And you
teach your
leave
baby
this
French.
man. Yeah.
Chocolate
And
blue.
you eat a baguette right next to the Eiffel Tower.
Oui.
He said, we can move and that we have plenty of money. He will do whatever I want.
I want you to get out.
I told him what I want is to go home for a few weeks. So that is what I'm doing. Cassie and I are flying tomorrow to France. He honestly looks so pathetic now. They're welcome to have each other. There will be no wedding, and I will be consulting with a custody lawyer once I get to France to see my options both in the US and internationally. Because again, they were not married, they were fiancés with each other. But as someone in the comments said, I stayed in the US not because I think it's a good place to live, but because that's where Alex was based and that's where we wanted to build a family. However, I will always support the daughter-father relationship, but he cannot have our daughter and his nanny.
Can't have both.
Now that's not happening. I would like to move home and most certainly away from this slutty nanny. I am not looking for custody advice. Mini update from Liv's father. He has found and sent me some of the deleted messages. Liv talks about wanting me out of the picture so she can be Cassie's mom. What the F?
Murderous nanny?
And there are some more relevant comments and another thick update. This gets extremely more juicy. The juice has not even been halfway squeezed.
It's only just stuck.
It's only been starting to dribble. She was really 100% delusional, OP, and Alex fed into it. Do you trust his judgment for the kind of people you would want around your child, especially once he starts dating again? Are you sure your daughter will remain his priority while she is solely in his care? I know it's never ideal, but please don't completely dismiss you having full custody. If moving back home to France is what's best for you and her, he can travel and bend his life to accommodate hers. If he doesn't, you have your answer.
Now we talking.
Yeah.
OP says, thank you. Yes, that is a worry I have. I will probably go to France, but I will try to sort things out for him to still see her. Comment. Many people are foolish. Do not listen to them. What kind of father would he be for your daughter if you had equal custody? He obviously cannot be trusted. And that is the worst kind of father for a girl or a boy to have. Case in point is his behavior with a 20-year-old nanny. He didn't shut her delusional behavior down. He allowed her to send him photos and to have this young deranged woman state she wanted you out of the way without calling her or cutting the relationship off. Seek legal advice in France. I would hope that those circumstances should make it fairly easy for you to get full custody as long as you allow some kind of visitation every 2 weeks for him, which he likely wouldn't use anyway. Best of luck. OP says, I will support him to have a relationship with a daughter, but he is not a priority anymore. And into the updates. Let's go straight into the update. So, hi guys. Thanks so much, all of you, for putting your support and advice under my 2 posts. There are also some very obvious insecure incels in the comments claiming I'm kidnapping my daughter. You're giving my sister and I some great laughs.
Look at these idiots.
Anyway, for the update, Cassie and I have been in France for 2 days now. It's been so wonderful to be back with my family after missing them for so long. They've been doting on Cassie, especially my mother and father, who even though are divorced, remain very amicable for the sake of my sisters and I.
They're not sleeping with the nannies?
They're not sleeping with the nannies.
Who would have thunk it?
Crazy, that can happen.
Yes.
Mama had a whole room set up with toys and blankets for Cassie. I've also been loving the wine and cheese. Very French. Very French. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
And gossiping with my sisters. It's been very good to let loose after all the stress, honestly. And I've gotten to ride my family's horse and show him to Cassie.
Ooh, are they like the south of France?
I think they're in the French countryside. Wow. Well, they're doing well.
Lovely.
Someone suggested I meet up with some old friends to go out and let loose, and that's exactly what I did last night. I went out dancing, had some great food and wine, and went dancing. French life seems kind of dope.
Kind of
Yeah,
nice.
I've only spent 6 hours there.
But do they have more hot nannies?
They do.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
That's
Get
And
him
they're
out of
called
here.
au pairs there. There's this one guy from our group who used to be very flirty with me back in the day. Anyways, one thing or another happened, and we ended up going back to his place.
Oh.
Oh my.
It was good.
Oh.
Actually, he listened to what I wanted, and we were both very pleased at the end.
Oh, my.
And so he's my new nanny.
Oh, wait a second.
As happy as I
What was
am.
this interview? You passed.
I'm meeting a lawyer today, and my ex has been ringing. I let him talk to Cassie whenever he wants, but I'm refusing to engage whilst I'm on my break.
Love the Wills.
Whilst. Edit, people need to calm down. I didn't say I had sex with him. It certainly sounded like it. Since
What
people
did she
seem to
say?
want details, we went back to his, talked about life, and had a steamy makeout session. Although it doesn't matter, as I had kicked my ex to the curb already. Also, Liv contacted me out of anger when Alex cut all contact with her to show that they had a one-night stand a few weeks before I found out.
Oh, so he
So
did
he
sleep with her.
lied.
So he lied.
Lies.
We already knew he
did
lied.
have
but
a physical relationship.
Stinky man.
Stinky man. Stinky man.
Stinker man.
Who would have thought this stinky man of a stinky man would have done stinky man things?
Who would have thunk?
But guess what? John, Sophia,
What?
Riley,
Tell me what?
there's another update.
No way.
Yeah,
Whoa.
way, dude. There's another update. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the tea.
I will.
Nice.
So, comment. Thank you for the update. And wow, he had a one-night stand with this girl. Well, that just goes to show his family that they were not harmless texts. They were tempting texts, and he gave in to temptation. He does not deserve a second chance just because. And no, you do not owe anybody any explanations about whether you're banging someone else or not. Alex already left the relationship. He ended it when he chose a 20-year-old girl. You have no responsibility to him. As for the kidnapping bit, not sure where people get off saying that.
Yeah.
You weren't married, right? OP says, thank you. No, we weren't, and I don't intend on keeping our daughter from him, but he will have to put in some hard work for custody of her now. Really quick to both of you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think about her getting relations? So some of the commenters were up in arms about her making out with this dude back at home.
I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily advise it, but if she was like, hey, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
Well, now
And they're
she's
you're
also,
left you.
separated.
they're also not, they're not married.
They're not married.
And they're not married.
So there's
they're not
no
married.
like, there's no
no
separation, divorce thing going
Yeah.
on. This
Even-
is just a breakup.
Even if they were married and she was like, hey, I'm leaving you, we're done, but they haven't legally divorced yet,
Yeah.
that's still okay too.
Like emotionally, it might not be helpful. But
Talk to us, Riley.
I'm confused
Yes.
Why are you confused?
because check me on this. In the French culture, is it okay to have mistress and wife? Because in a lot of the French movies that I've watched, like the older French movies, it's like you have your main wife and then you have like someone you're like
The French are stinky people that cheat on each other.
Again,
That
I've
is what
spent
that is.
6 hours in Paris.
That is something I've
That's-
heard about the French.
Yeah,
Any
I've
French
heard-
people
French
in the
people get in
Let
the
us know.
comments.
Do
Tell
y'all
us
have
otherwise.
mistresses?
yeah, because
It is more, from what I know, it is more common.
It's
I
more
don't think
common.
it's a universal
It's
thing.
not part
Okay.
of the accepted culture. It's not like
I actually think it might be part of the accepted culture.
yeah.
Didn't we read that one thing that like France outlawed paternity tests because everyone was hooking up with everyone?
yes.
Yeah.
And they didn't want like people
John's
to
like,
skip out on children.
Yes.
Yes.
We did read that, right?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. It was like Germany and France or something like that.
But French people in the
French people,
comments,
let us know.
tell us
Educate
if we're
us because we are
wrong.
woefully ignorant. But let's get into another comment. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I will cry. And it won't be pretty.
I will beat this
I'm very glad that you and Cassie are doing much better. You deserve a life stress-free, no piece of fiancés and nannies allowed. How did he react to you dumping him? Have you heard anything new about Liv from her dad? That girl needs a reality check. And OP says, he's delusional, wanted to drive me to the airport, didn't get the message until I gave him the ring back. Liv's dad has been great. I feel bad for him. And OP has indicated she will be ending her relationship and wants to split custody of her child with her partner. But she also indicated that she's not met with a lawyer yet at the time of the most recent update. As such, we can reasonably expect that there may be another update because custody arrangements and other issues still remain unsolved. And guess what?
What?
There is another update.
Oh my.
Update 3.
Update number 3. It keeps going. The gift that keeps on giving.
It was beautiful.
Thanks. Hi, guys. A lot of you still comment on my old posts asking for an update, so I thought I'd let you guys know what's happened in the past few months, as I'm sure it'll anger the men in the comments again. So, after going to France to visit my parents immediately after what happened 6 months ago, I agreed with my family that I needed to come home to France with my daughter. My family said they would provide any help I needed with moving and lawyers, and my father said a prayer that we never had the wedding as there was no divorce to have to go through.
Yeah.
Makes it easy.
There we go. Thanks, God.
When I returned to the U.S., I informed my ex-fiance that there would be no compromise or discussion on my next steps. Cassie and I would be returning to France, so I would have my support system closer and I wouldn't feel so isolated. I told him I'd never try to stop his relationship with Cassie and that he would be welcome to visit her in France depending on where he decided to live, and that I would happily bring her back to the States to visit periodically. However, I wouldn't compromise with Liv, the cheating nudie nanny.
Yeah, nudie nanny.
If I found out she had been near my daughter, I would stop all contact between him and Cassie.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Question.
What?
Is that legal?
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Is it?
For the custody. I mean,
I think she could apply for full custody if
She could.
Yeah.
so, and then probably if she has full custody, she's just letting him out of the kindness of her heart see the kid. And it's like, hey, all right, I'm going back to, you have 0 time.
But I don't know if she does have full custody. I don't know if she technically, like, I feel like that's an okay line to draw, but I don't know if she can legally
Maybe
do
only
that.
if she wins that, but maybe not
Yeah.
yet.
We don't know.
We don't
She
have it
might
yet.
not have that leverage.
Right.
Let us know in the chat or let us know in the comments if that can happen, because my understanding, if you can prove paternity of, if the guy knows that it's his kid, he has a right to see the child, right?
Until I guess the split of paternity is custody.
Yeah.
The split of custody is determined by the law.
So I felt like after what he had put me through and how he had disrespected me, I was quite gracious with my offers. We managed to sort the move out in the next 2 months and sign an agreement which stated I was the primary custodian of our daughter and I made most decisions regarding her. It sets out specific times Alex could be able to see or have Cassie. He basically agreed to all of this because he thought once I had left the US, I would become more sympathetic and let him back in once we were in France. I didn't bother to correct him, frankly, because it benefited myself.
That ain't gonna happen.
To have the dad around sometimes?
No, I
or
think she's
basically-
saying, oh, yeah.
What it seemed like is he was like, oh, everything is going to be fine later. She'll let me back in. And she let him think that.
Yeah.
So she
He
could
would agree.
So he would agree.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
I think he assumed things. I think she was like, these are the rules. And then it seems like he just assumed that she would change her mind. I don't think she lied about anything.
She didn't lie, but she like leaned into the assumptions.
I don't know if we know that.
I feel like when it is the fate of your interaction with a child, I feel like you need to be completely upfront about expectations, and also if your partner has misinformed expectations. I would say overall, not the a-hole, slightly a-holy to obfuscate some of your intentions. I don't know, dude. Someone cheats on you. Someone cheats. Do they still, is there an expectation to have them be in your child's life? I feel like, yeah.
I think there is. I think the issue here was that she does not want the nanny around, and there is a possibility that she might be if she gives her ex-fiance unlimited or on
some sort of custody.
Supervised watch of unsupervised custody of the daughter.
Devil's advocate, why is that relevant?
Because the nanny, we know, is trying to butt into the relationship with Cassie.
She has successfully done so.
But specifically, we don't know. I think
Do you think she's trying to get, you think the nanny could threaten the life or the well-being of Cassie?
I think that's what OP thinks.
Or simply continue to build a relationship with her to sour the relationship with Cassie and her mom as she grows from baby.
And she's already said, I want to be your new mom. Which OP is seen as
right. So that for that reason,
yes.
Okay, I think that is a really good distinguisher because basically what Liv is doing is she's potentially poisoning or has shown signs of wanting to poison the relationship between OP and Cassie.
Big risk of manipulation.
Yeah.
One could say.
That I feel like that is warranted in that case.
I'm gonna be your mommy now.
I found a really nice apartment a street over from my parents, so I moved in there once my parents and sister had helped me get it decorated before I came to France. We've been here for over 4 months now, and Cassie is settling in great. She goes to daycare with my friend's son and has made great connections here with other kids. I'd forgotten how much more social having kids was in Europe compared to the US. Once I was added to the parents group chat, the mothers had immediately suggested welcome drinks to get to know me better, and I've made some more amazing friends with other moms and dads.
That's
so
adorbs.
cute.
I didn't have any of this in the US. It really helped Cassie's language skills as her French is developing much better than when it was just me speaking to her. I've put her in baby ballet like my parents did with me, and she's loving it. We've gotten a rescue cat called Walter.
Walter the rescue cat.
And Cassie adores him. He sleeps at the end of her bed and looks after her all the time. Alex has been over twice since, even though I had given him plenty more chances to see Cassie. However, he didn't take me up on them. For context, there's no issue with money and his passport to excuse why he won't fly. We spent Christmas with my parents and my sister and her partner, and it was just a lovely celebration after the shit that happened. I've started seeing one of the doctors from the new hospital I work in now. It's still relatively new, so she's met Cassie only briefly. She works in the emergency department, and she's honestly amazing. I did jokingly say Alex had put me off men and didn't mean to take it so literally. Bisexual woman, shocking, I know. It's going slow as she knows what I've come out of, but she's very laid back and a go with the flow kind of person, which is exactly what I need. Alex's mother is not happy, as she is of the opinion I should have just ignored what happened between Alex and Liv. However, I'm not just a little American housewife who will ignore her husband's indiscretions.
That's right.
Thank you all for your advice and support in my initial post. Edit of for all the Americans getting annoyed at the phrase little American housewife. Not my words. I was literally quoting Alex's mother and what she said to me. She is American. She's like, American said it. You got to pass. She said when I was in her family, I was expected to act like a normal American housewife and forgive my husband like her and her daughter do. None of that European nonsense.
I don't even know if that's accurate, though.
I don't think it is.
Inverse.
I don't think that's accurate.
The Europeans are like, oh, you cheated. It's okay.
That actually is a good point.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's both, honestly.
Yeah.
But edit, it's really funny to see the men in the comments proving that there's still a double standard. I don't know why I, as a mother, am expected to stay in a country that doesn't speak my first language, where I don't have any family, little friends, no support, have to deal with Alex's family, all for his sake, so he doesn't have to make an extra effort to see his daughter when he was the one who decided to break the family in the first place.
Yeah.
And relevant comments. First, congratulations on the move. That's fantastic. I'm so glad you have a good support system now and that you're happy there. I was rooting for you. I think that's a good point, because it's like the mother should go wherever she can best take care of her child.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know?
Look at all the support she has now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Instead of being a single
European
mother,
mommies.
she gets, yeah.
Second, as an American housewife, I can tell you that nothing would end my 30 marriage faster than any kind of infidelity, including nudes. That's why I was so outraged for you when I read your earlier post. I'm really glad you were able to turn your situation around. Well done. I wish you all the best. And Shooter TX says, yeah, sounds like mother-in-law and sister-in-law were just idiots and have a very warped sense of what it means to be an American housewife. And then finally, have a warped sense of what it means to be an American housewife. When I think of American housewife in context of finding out a boyfriend, fiance, husband had an affair, I think of going full Carrie Underwood, a la Before He Cheats, Two Black Catalysm, or Church Bells. Good thing for Alex and mother-in-law that OP isn't that type of American housewife. I don't know that reference, but I'm assuming it's...
Before he cheats.
Kia's car.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Like,
But that's where it ends.
Wow.
So how do we think OP handled all of this? Was it good? Was it bad? I want to know in the comments. What do you guys think?
I think it was good. I think OP broke off the relationship at the exact right moment when she found out. I don't think she was taking her child away from her father spitefully.
No.
She
Yeah.
wanted to be near her family, which
And
I think
also,
is
she did talk to him about all of this. It wasn't like he was like, no, you have to stay. Like, I need to be with my kid.
There was
like,
consent given.
There was consent given. I think
I
it would
would
be a
wanna do the
different
same.
story.
Yeah.
If it like they didn't have that conversation,
Yeah,
she just
no.
left.
They
But
had
there
that
was always that
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she did anything wrong.
My favorite part was like she was able to move back to France, and like she had a man's like kind of waiting there for her, and she had like girlfriends there and like
Yeah.
a new community. That part's amazing.
Yeah. It honestly feels like a kind of happy ending.
Yeah.
As
She gets a
happy as it
new
gets.
As happy as it gets.
She gets a new girl. She gets her family. She gets a baby. She's thriving.
She's got it
Thriving.
all.
Got it all.
But you know what I want more of?
What?
A story from John?
Let me give it to you. Opie made a stupid joke to her husband and he stormed off. But there's more to it than seems at first. worst. Hey Reddit, I am an Instagram snooper, so this is my first time here. I honestly never expected to post here because my husband, 30 male, and I, 27 female, have a great relationship. Do you? Why are you here?
Just to suffer.
If you're on Reddit,
Your relationship is trash.
yeah, it's in the dumpster.
I don't care what it's about.
Of course, I can't say that we haven't had our occasional bumps, but it's honestly a dream come true all the way through. Our wedding was April 2021, and we both cried like babies that day. And since then, the sailing has been smoother than soap. And I'm not talking about Sophia's nickname, okay?
Soap.
This afternoon, me and him came home after a little lunch outing with our newly engaged friends, Kai and Marie. It went great, but was like just another outing, nothing special, though we got some bomb pasta back home, which I'm currently shoveling into my gob.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Yummy.
Since it is too chilly for ice cream. We live in a super tiny apartment, and so he showered first while I got the leftovers into the fridge and whatnot. I went in after him, finished my shower, and put some lotion on my palm, and I accidentally squeezed too much and dabbed some of it away. After I rubbed it on my face, I still had some of the leftovers on my fingers, and I did exactly what any perfectly sane person would do. On my thumb, I whipped a little smiley face and some spiky hair to create Lotion Man.
There's also a picture of it.
Where is this going? I have no idea where this is going.
He didn't really react. He just looked at my hand and blinked at me. I honestly was just goofing around and started making a silly voice and saying some random shit sprinkled with some inside jokes to him.
Hey there, babe. You're looking real great today. I'm Mr. Lotion Hand Man. I love you.
That was great, John.
I was blabbing for about a minute before he just up and left. Left forever?
I don't have time for this childishness.
Is the relationship over?
I'm divorcing you.
She was doing an improv bit and he just left.
Oh, that is not very yes-hand of him.
Sophia does not approve of this.
That's not following the rules of improv.
If everyone left the room while I was doing an improv bit, I'd never see anyone.
That was no and we're divorced.
You want to see the Lotion Man?
Yeah, I want to see the Lotion Man.
Give us Lotion
Lotion
Man.
Man.
Cute to Lotion Man.
That is cute.
Do you think that she recreated Lotion Man?
I think it's a recreation.
Yeah.
Because did she hold it throughout the whole fight? I think not.
I think not!
I was, of course, completely oblivious as he grabbed some of his stuff, and I was just smiling and asking where he was going in kind of a playful way. He has a huge truck, and we just returned from a trip, so he has enough stuff to last him weeks. So it didn't really dawn on me that he was leaving until he drove away. He is maybe not leaving forever, but he is gone. We don't know.
Yeah. All because of Lotion Man.
All because of Lotion Man. He said,
ruins lives.
there can only be one man in your life, and he is not made of lotion. He is me.
It should have been me, not him!
Also.
Uh-oh.
You and Riley always leave the fridge open.
Don't be putting me on this.
You always leave it open.
She's over here doxing me. You know what you always do?
What?
He knew.
What do I always do, Riley?
He fucked up.
Never mind.
That's what I thought.
I honestly feel like Booble the Fool for making such a stupid joke and letting him just leave like that. I texted him a few times and he just said that he's thinking about things and that he's at his brother Tyler's place.
Thinking about Lotion Man.
There has to have been something else.
No, dude, I feel like it's a red. You know what this guy screams of not liking goofy girls.
Yeah, no. I feel like he is like
He's too
lame.
serious,
He's
yeah.
too serious, and he's like,
My girlfriend is too fun for me.
And is this
I love a goofy girl.
Yep.
is this an excuse to leave the relationship?
yeah.
How
I
dare
feel
you
like
make a
he was-
lotion man?
Oh.
So I can leave you for a lotion woman.
Yeah. Like he's already been thinking about leaving.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Lotion
I
Man
think there
is
was
just his
something else going
excuse.
on. Yeah.
Lotion Man is a scapegoat.
I've been texting him nonstop, but he hasn't been responding or even reading any of it. He also sleeps really early, so I doubt I can get in contact with him anytime soon. And his brother isn't responsive either, so I'm just leaving my phone on the nightstand and holding my breath. I don't think it really dawned on me yet. I stared blankly at the door for like 10 minutes before I got off my ass and actually tried contacting him. I've been with this man for years and I'm always cracking cheesy jokes. I feel so stupid and like shit for making Lotion Man and continuing after no responses instead of just shutting up and accepting that I'm unfunny. You're goofy and
You're
adorable.
a riot.
We love Lotion Man.
We love
I
Lotion
would have
Man.
laughed.
Same.
Same.
At the same time, I'm just confused. He's never been at this point, even in our rougher patches. The worst we've done is just takes breaks from sex or talk to one another a little less. Wasn't planning on getting into my sex life, but honestly, I'm just rambling at this point. Go off, girl. I'm all for giving space, but I can't say I'm not hurt. He is just leaving. And the process of divorce is just so, I don't even want to think about it anymore.
What? Wait, they're all like she's going to
Well,
divorce?
He hasn't literally spoken to her.
Lotion
so
man.
she doesn't know what's going on. She's like, maybe I am getting divorced.
That would be crazy. I mean, it's definitely not because of Lotion Man, though.
No.
Once you make a Lotion
Absolutely
Man,
not.
it is a very slippery, lubricated slope.
That is true.
Okay.
That's what they say.
Was making Lotion Man as big of a mistake as I think it was? Any advice on getting him back home? Thank you, Reddit. Also, any cute subreddit suggestions would be appreciated. This is my first time on Reddit, and I want to distract myself. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a giant juicy update.
Yeah.
But first,
Yeah.
we must break down and help OP.
Well, I think like right now, she's just searching for answers,
Yeah.
right? And I think there's like only one person you can really call in a situation like this.
Lotion Man. We're definitely Team Lotion Man over here.
I'm Team Lotion Man, dude.
I am.
Actually, what should she do in regards with rekindling or just contacting
I mean,
her husband?
she's reached out.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's reached out to the brother. She's reached out to him. She can't really do anything except
Yeah.
wait.
So we do nothing.
For right now, I would say like wait a day, wait a couple days. He'll probably respond at some point. If it goes by a week, then maybe like start talking to maybe some of his other family members, see if you can get contact with him.
I feel like after a day, you text him and you're like, hey, this is not okay. A way to, have an argument. You need to communicate with me. And I don't appreciate this silence.
I like that.
Hey Reddit, I posted earlier about how my husband left after I told a dumb joke. You can find it here. And I followed the advice I got and I kept my distance. Sounds like people like us.
So she didn't send anything. Just distance.
As far as we know,
distance.
after that point.
Yeah.
You all had me really pondering about how much of my relationship was just the butterflies and kittens that I thought it was. I still firmly believe that everything was absolutely perfect before it happened, but oh well. I have my opinions. So you guys were right about some things and wrong about some things. For those of you saying that the lotion thing had nothing to do with it, you were kind of wrong.
What do you mean?
But for the people who said something happened during the lunch outing, you were right on the money.
Which lunch outing?
He came back from lunch, I think.
My husband came back the other day.
Let's go.
He's here. He apologized and said he was ready to talk. I obliged. I tried my best not to be all over him, but quite frankly, I miss the man so damn much. He is my husband after all. He told me the following. I mentioned previously that we went out with our two newlywed friends, Kai, 30 male, and Mary, 29 female. We did have some quality time with all four of us, but often one or more people were missing from the table, considering it was a fusion buffet and the food was amazing. Well, apparently, at some point, my husband and Marie grabbed some food together, maybe grabbing other things, or maybe before we left, since I know I was talking to just Kai for a while before they appeared and we got to the car. Whatever it was, they were alone together. And put an ICU in the comments if you see something. Marie, the fiance, told my husband that when Kai proposed, she realized that she was in love with him, my husband.
That is a big admission.
Wait, during the proposal, she was like,
No, right after he proposed.
oh, okay, right after
Yes.
she was like, yes. And then she was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I'm in love with you.
Wait a
At the
minute.
fusion food bar, picking up some chicken and like, hey, I actually realized I'm in love with you. Though she accepted Kai's proposal and tried to put her feelings to rest by organizing a lunch out. So let me distract my feelings by the person I love by getting lunch with him.
And then telling him that I love him.
Yeah.
Genius.
I mean, maybe they just like, I feel like discussing it more could be helpful, but you should also tell your wife immediately.
Yeah. That's the theme of this. Tell
Yeah.
your wife immediately.
Though apparently she was charmed or some BS because she asked him to run away with her or something. Bum.
Yo, that's whack.
She still
And he
wants him.
did. He literally grabbed his suitcase.
You're right.
He was about to run away.
Oh my goodness, I'm in shock.
I don't know, but she wanted him to leave me and be with her. Now, Marie is honestly gorgeous, which I hate to say because I'm so pissed off with her.
And she would never make a lotion man.
Never. She's not a lotion
she's
man.
gorgeous, but is she as funny as lotion man?
So I'm
I think
saying.
Not a lotion man
not. She
type
don't
of
got
gal.
the goof factor.
She's the typical blonde, blue-eyed, skinny pageant girl. Ugh, I hate those.
Gross.
Who looks kind of like Emma Watson. I
Ew.
am not.
Gross.
Hey,
Get out of here.
Don't be saying that about Emma Watson.
I love Emma Watson. She's cool.
My husband gently turned her down and wished her all the best. But he says he had her on his mind for a while. We were all college friends, so we know one another very well. And when I showed him Lotion Man, it all essentially exploded inside him. An explosion of lotion notions.
He saw the lotion man. He was like, I can't do this anymore. I have a hot Emma Watson waiting for me.
I had a hair towel and some crappy old clothes on. I was giggling over a stupid thing, and apparently my immaturity ticked him off, especially compared to Marie. He suddenly got cold feet about our relationship and left for his brother's place.
He's like, Marie is so sophisticated and hot.
No lotion man's
No
in sight.
lotion.
There's only one use for her lotion. He eventually came back.
Skin.
He eventually came back and said that he loved me all over again. I was frozen in shock and asked some questions before asking him to sleep on the couch for at least that night.
Question: is this love bombing?
No.
I don't think so.
Love bombing is like an like action of like actually doing something.
It could
like to
not
reverse love bomb.
necessarily. I don't know if it is in this case, but it is a thing in abusive like relationships where people will be abusive and then be like, I'm so sorry, I love you, like you're amazing, you're the only person I like want it, and then do it again.
Flip back and forth.
Yeah,
back
so
and forth.
that is could be love bombing.
Could be. Let us know in the comments.
I don't think it's love bombing.
Grab your tinfoil hats because I have a conspiracy theory. The brother's place is an absolute lie.
He went over and hooked up with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he went to her and then he's like, I'm so stupid. I made a mistake. Let me say I went to my, hey, brother Tyler,
house.
can you say I was at your house?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So
you, bro.
if that's true, obviously divorce. If it's not true, divorce. So
Well,
if
what we know
if-
that
if-
he's done, even if he like went to the girl's house, he lied. He didn't tell, like lie by omission, did not tell his wife that Marie had confessed her feelings for him.
Yeah.
And said, I want to run away with you.
no. She said
Yes.
she
yes,
wants to run away
yes,
with him.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And he
And she
left
said
with
that-
the intention of maybe
Of
running
doing
away.
that. Yes. And also like strongly considered it enough that a silly joke literally made him leave.
Yeah.
And that's,
So you're saying that it is worth
I think
divorce?
it's, yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's worth therapy. But if everything else is good in the relationship and it's just like this one thing, which is pretty bad, but
Yeah.
if every like
What is the maximum time where you would divorce? Basically, no cheating happened, but she left you to think about this. When are you like, okay, can't do this anymore?
one day for every year of the relationship.
One day for every year.
Sam's Golden Rules
There it is.
updated.
That feels like a good rule.
That's a
so if you've
fair.
been dating if you've been together for 30 years, you can leave for a month.
However, she didn't have any knowledge of what was going on.
Yeah.
He literally just left. I don't think you can leave
It's
without
the lack
any
of context for
There's
me.
no context.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
He didn't
think-
explain
I think you,
anything.
you still get one
I-
day
I
for every
think
year
that
of the
applies.
relationship.
I disagree. I disagree.
One
I
day
don't.
for every year of the relationship. Sam's bad takes. I sit on my throne.
So dad and mom have been married for 30-ish years.
Yes.
If dad left for 30 days, no warning, didn't text mom at all.
Hey, mom,
I would be not very happy.
I made a rule that for every year of marriage, you can disappear for a day. Would you agree with that rule?
No, that does not. Your rules. That is why you don't go on second dates. I gotta go.
Oh my God. Ain't no way.
I think she agreed with me.
Ain't no way. She just threw some shade and
Mama
left.
Donna, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let's get back to reality.
It's Sophia with the clutch transition.
It's just a
But
prediction
what-
school.
no, but
I
what-
agree with you, Sam.
It's a prediction tool, and it sounded like she would be very mad. She wouldn't divorce.
yes.
But you
not
also
divorce.
didn't
It's a
tell
prediction
her.
tool.
You
It's a
didn't tell her
prediction
that he would have come back in this scenario.
It's a prediction tool.
He would have come back and said, I was
30 days.
rethinking the relationship.
1 minute later.
Anyway,
Let us know what you guys think.
Back to the story.
John's just waiting. Waiting patiently.
The story returns. He said that he loved me all over again. I was frozen in shock and asked some questions before asking him to sleep on the couch at least. He did, and it didn't really help me sleep. I can't believe it, honestly, that he was considering shitting away all of our relationship for a crush.
Yeah.
I would be crushed.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the less I can look him in the eye.
Funny.
Thank you.
That was funny.
We went to Thanksgiving lunch together with some of his family plus some close friends, which going to a big family function after that would be torturous.
Awkward.
Brutal. And we spent last night together, so I think he thinks that he is in the clear.
Yo, you're not, dude. Divorce is coming.
Well, I can't lie and say I'm not considering just forgiving and forgetting, though.
Predictive tool.
He comes home from work about 6 hours from now, and I don't know what to do next. I have today off. I'm a teacher, and so I'm considering either A, contacting Kai and telling him about what his fiance is up to. My husband begged me not to, as Marie was apparently making a spontaneous mistake. B, contacting Marie and chewing her out for trying to F up my relationship or having a civil conversation. Less tempting, but it's whatever. C, contacting Tyler, his brother, and asking if he left the house at some point. Tyler's very close to Marie's place, and I'm getting worried about that. Back to my prediction.
That could be bad.
I think he cheated.
Though I doubt I'll get anything from him, or D, all of the above. So we are going to ask you all in the comments, and Riley and Sophia, running it back one more time.
A, B, C, or D.
Should she tell Kai? B, contact Marie and chew her out? C, tell the brother and figure out if he actually wasn't at Tyler's house, but was at Marie's house? Or do everything?
D, start with C, go to A, and then B.
I love that. Start with figuring out whether there was cheating.
Yep.
Yes.
Then
Chew Marie out.
chew Marie out and like talk to her about what's happening. Then
Go tell
the
Kai.
fiance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Any advice or well wishes, because I'm in not a great place right now, would be appreciated. I wish you well. If I do end up updating, it'll probably be on my profile, since I don't understand why the subreddit has a one update policy. Plus, I don't want to update without a definite outlook on the future. I think I've mentioned before that legal stuff scares the shit out of me, so divorce will be tough, but it seems likely. I wish I could just forget it all.
Oh, it is
Thanks,
likely.
Reddit.
Boom.
No,
It is likely.
Boom. Your predictive tool means bull crap.
And you know what else I am predicting?
What?
That I know for a fact is there is an update.
Let's go.
So,
Put in the comments if you think he cheated or you think he didn't.
divorce or not, Sam?
If I was her.
Her.
And did he cheat or did he not cheat?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
I would not divorce until I know.
Nah. Divorce or not?
Yes. Yay.
Divorce?
You would divorce.
Yay.
Riley,
Even if you
divorce or
didn't
not?
know.
Yay.
Get the information.
You can say not.
Not divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not divorce yet.
What do you do? What would you do? What would you do?
Yeah,
No.
what would you do?
No. Okay. No.
we're split.
I would still find out. I would be
Batman.
like, divorce maybe, and I would still find out. But I would be like very.
You can't be on the fence. It's gotta be
I
one
would be
side
on the
or
fence.
You
other.
said you would divorce.
Not divorce.
Currently,
Not on the fence.
Yay.
Divorce or not.
You're divorcing?
yay.
All right.
Okay, divorce.
Would you divorce or not? Put it in the comments.
Let us know. So, on to the updates.
Update.
First of all, I would like to thank you so much for the overwhelming support and sweet messages.
You're welcome.
I was honestly not expecting this. A lot of you guys took the time to message me, and I had a lot of great conversations with fellow Redditors. I'm honestly so flattered by how freaking sweet some of you guys are. I wish I could have replied to every single one of your comments, but I upvoted them though. I think my post got deleted. Some of you asked for pictures of Lotion Man, yet I couldn't find the feature to upload photos, but it will as soon as I can. You can see it right here.
Picture.
That's right. A lot of you had some really interesting theories. Lol. So did we.
And predictive tools.
And and surprisingly, most of them were somewhat right.
Oh, did he cheat?
He cheated.
He cheated.
He cheated.
Majority ruled that I should do all three: confront Kai, Marie, husband, and Tyler, not necessarily in that order, which is pretty much
That's
what we said.
That is what we said.
And so I had to get smart with it, since a lot of you guys told me that any one of them could twist the story so that way they had known there was outside influence. Before I begin, yes, this full story is wacky and honestly doesn't make that much sense. I'm honestly just piecing it together via context clues, and I do have some questions left unanswered. Plus, nobody who is relaying this story is in a good headspace, and to you, it might all just seem like a ton of garbled nonsense. I'm just hoping it gets across since I know a lot of people wanted closure on this.
We have a mystery on our hands.
Ooh, Raggy. We got some explaining to do. When my husband came home, we had a conversation. He essentially said the same story, and he told me that he was open to my marriage counseling suggestion. I gave him a big hug and did the laundry. Usually we split the laundry. Plus, I had been giving him a light cold shoulder. Enough punishment, Sophia?
No.
Lay down the hammer.
She gave him a light cold shoulder and then did the laundry.
She probably like didn't laugh at one of his jokes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's what it was. Those hurt.
Harsh. So I indirectly forgave him, in his eyes at least.
Oh, so she's doing
She's tricking him. She's doing the old
Sucker blue.
We haven't really set boundaries with our phones. Are we doing something there? Like, we know each other's passwords and everything, but he would definitely get suspicious if I was just scrolling around on it. So instead, I agreed to meet up with Kai first, the husband of the promiscuous fiance. A lot of you guys were concerned that he would tell Marie and everything would implode, but Kai is a big gym nut and I've been wanting to go recently, so I said it as casually as possible.
Yo, want to lift some weights, bro?
Casually?
Yeah, dude.
Using this all as an excuse, and he agreed. Does Kai get a wrong message?
Yeah, this guy like, dude,
Maybe not.
want to pump that iron, but I want to pump you.
The next morning, I met with Kai. I sat down with him and told him all I know. And yes,
At the gym?
At the gym. And yes, I cried like a baby, lifting tears from my ducts. Originally, Kai was rigid and tried to kindly poke holes in what I was saying with a few gotcha questions. Gotcha! Before he too broke down.
Originally, Kai was doing a plank.
Yeah. Marie didn't tell him a word. That was a big red flag on its own. I then went to Marie with Kai. The dual team.
Damn, dude.
Tag
Double
team.
Marie.
Oh God, not that way. Double teaming for the truth. A few Redditors told me to be as discreet as possible, so as a suggestion, I just blurted out to her that I know everything. She played dumb at first and then eventually broke. You all were right. Marie trying to settle her crush was a BS story. My husband was the one who approached her. Stinky man. She told me that he asked her if before she sealed it with Kai, if she wanted to have a night with him and another woman. But ladies and gentlemen, here is...
Wait. OP's husband went up to Kai's wife,
Marie.
fiance, Marie, and said, do you want to have a night with me and another woman?
Yes.
So not only is there Marie, but there is a third woman.
There's a third woman.
That we don't know about.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did they do it?
Who's to say?
Here is the kicker. Marie said yes.
Bro, that is wild
Oh my
to have a
God.
threesome before your wedding without your partner.
This is insanity. Everyone is terrible.
Ah!
But wait,
There's more.
I hate to say it, but that's not all.
No.
Apparently, Marie has been cheating on Kai for a while with men and women.
No.
And my husband has also been cheating frequently.
No.
And they covered for each other and occasionally met up.
No.
This is many, many, many stinky cheating sessions.
I was freaking right, man.
Oh.
I divorced at the first sign of trouble.
You were on the fence.
No, I wasn't.
You were on the fence.
Only
Play it
because you guys
back, play
made
it
me feel
back.
bad. I was strong, and then you said you were really divorced. I was right.
We're just challenging you.
I think it's important to, all right, because if she just divorced, she may not have known the truth. It's
No,
important to
I
get
said
the
I would
truth
divorce,
first.
but I would figure out the truth.
But you would divorce before the truth was figured out?
I would be in the
divorce.
process of divorcing.
That's crazy.
That is divorcing without the truth.
Yeah, you're divorcing without
I would
the truth.
be in the process.
You could say nah, get the truth, then divorce.
Fine. But I would still have the intention of divorcing before I had even gotten the truth. I
That's
just
okay.
wouldn't
So you just
leave.
haven't divorced
Well,
Yes.
So the truth doesn't matter.
No, yeah. in this case. But I also.
So you would just divorce based on, even if it was all true, you would still divorce.
But he still left for another woman.
So that was divorce. So you don't even. So then you don't even need to know because you would divorce anyway.
No, but I need to know for peace of mind before I really divorce. Because people like you would be like, why did you divorce?
That gives you peace of mind. That the truth was worse than I could have possibly imagined.
Yeah.
That would ruin me.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay, so you're saying that I should have divorced before finding it out.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna divorce,
divorce, babe, divorce.
And you like honestly, if you already are set on divorcing with him just leaving, then divorce, because if that is enough to divorce, you're just going to be mentally and physically broken by the actual truth of the situation. So why know the truth if you were already going to divorce?
I don't know.
Well, anyway.
We would all divorce after the truth of this.
Yes.
Yeah. That is what we can all agree on. Join in, Sam says. Anyways, at the last moment, she declined because she wanted to be loyal to Kai.
But she's already been cheating on him.
Well, loyal to Kai now that they were engaged.
Oh,
it changes
yes,
everything.
Yeah, cheating is okay before marriage.
Gotcha. As if she wasn't cheating for the majority of the relationship. And he, the husband, got all pissed off for a while before saying he's just locked in his apartment now. Cue me showing him Lotion Man. He snaps and gets out of there. Kai and Marie are both arguing in tears and red in the face. I told them sorry that I butted into their relationship and that I'll handle my husband myself.
I'll handle
with a little help from Lotion Man.
Let's do this mano y mano. I found Tyler, the brother, before the sun set. He told me, yes, his brother did stop by, but only around 11 p.m. My husband left at around 8 p.m.
What was he doing for at least an hour?
So these 3 hours went all. Tyler told me that he was angry and didn't tell him anything. I then tell him some context, just Lotion Man, and he says that maybe he was driving around for a while. It doesn't sound like my husband to drive as relief, but I'm willing to look into it since the future was already looking pretty effing bleak. I went home and I Googled something on my husband's phone. Instead, I was just checking if any of them had contacted him, aka the cheetahs.
Ooh.
Nothing, thankfully. I would have gone into more depth, but that would have to wait. Instead, I tried to keep him busy for the duration of the day. Remember how I said he sleeps really early? Well, that all worked in my favor. Cue to it working in her favor. I took his phone that night while he was snoring his ass off, ran into a million dead ends. I knew something was missing, but I just couldn't find it. And finally, I opened his hidden photos. And kaboom! The story was in full picture. I'm talking 8K high definition.
Are there boobies?
What did I find?
Boobies.
Nudes.
Boobies.
More nudes, even more nudes.
So many nudes.
All of one girl.
No.
And not me, shocker. But not Marie either. I didn't recognize her. Let's call her Allison.
It's the secret third woman.
Considering Allison was my second grade best friend who was actually a snake.
No, sorry.
They're not the same person.
Just because
She just
like,
named her after another snake.
I was like, that's crazy.
You fooled us, OP. Just so I can call her something when I refer to her in the story because I don't actually know her name. She's absolutely gorgeous. Red hair, hourglass figure, you name it. I love how OP is always like, I hate this woman, but god dang, she's sexy.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Smoking hot dime piece. I am obviously broken. I traced her back to a contact. I feel sick. There it is, an affair. He's been contacting her since February, days before I surprised him with a Valentine's thing that I had been using my paychecks for and thinking I was the luckiest woman alive. It effing sucks. I can't even read more, but I toughed through it. Then I hit November 3rd. 2 days after the last she's pissed off. She found out he was married all along.
Oh.
But she was in love with him. I would feel bad for her, but she didn't even bother trying to contact me out of love. for him. Ergo, hubby has a genius idea. He told Allison, the cheetah, that he'll bring his wife over in a hotel to show that his wife doesn't care about the affair.
Oh! He's gonna use Marie as a stunt double.
His fake wife!
Dude, this guy is playing some 4D chess. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
That's insane.
Right?
Oh my God. And she would have never figured it out if he hadn't left.
She wouldn't have figured out, and then he would have left for good.
Yeah.
Probably. So I assume when Marie canceled, there was nothing he could do. He became whiny and begged her to come. He told Allison that there was a inconvenience and that they would meet up another day, and then the lotion man.
Always comes back to lotion man.
Your hair.
He got pissed off at me and left. I don't know what he did after that, or can I ask why that would set him off? I don't know. Maybe he
was so sexy.
Maybe he uses lotion. I don't know. I don't know what he did after that, but whatever it is, he wasn't with either of them. Then he went back to Tyler's place, slept it off, and came back afterwards. I will spare you the details, but I couldn't even pretend to like him anymore after I found that out. I brought Kai and Marie over the next morning. He started effing blabbering and trying to deny it all before eventually admitting that he was into redheads. Marie is actually a strawberry blonde. Allison is very ginger. And it is one of the desires of his that I couldn't fulfill.
She could have dyed her hair.
Yeah, but she
not that she should have had. Yeah, not that she should have to.
Suggesting that she should just dye her hair to win this man's love, Sophia.
No, absolutely not.
How dare you?
But like him being like, you could never fulfill this for me. Like that's one of the most easily changeable things.
Yeah.
Tell him,
not
Sophia.
that she should. If some guys like dye your hair.
But in the theory, is this a theoretical theory from Sophia?
No.
Sophia's redhead rules.
There we go. Even I could see past his BS saying that he loved only me and that being with Allison/Marie only made him love me more. I just said F it and packed my stuff.
Good.
Go off, sis.
Yeah. Take lotion man and run.
That's right. Yeah, be with him. The true man in your life. He got more desperate, but even I, the girl who is honestly infatuated with him, knew it was over. He technically owns the apartment, so I had to leave. Now I'm staying with Kai. Maybe. He is as hurt as I am. I feel for him too. His wife was his world. We were hugging and crying for a while, ranting about God knows what, just trying to get over ourselves, to be honest. He just tried lightening the mood by making lunch, and it was really nice. He is a wonderful cook.
Are they going to get into a relationship?
Wait, side note.
Conspiracy theory?
Test, show him lotion man.
Side note, that's kind of convenient that like two people kind of cheat on each other. So like, she can go to Kai's house and then Marie can go to OP's husband's house. Like, no one's homeless.
Yeah.
No one's homeless.
Everyone happy ending.
And we've seen this swap before.
Wife swap.
We've seen this swap before, ladies and gentlemen. I showed him the other two posts and he got a kick out of some of your comments. Haha. As far as I know, my soon-to-be ex-husband is with Marie for now. I don't care about either of them, and honestly, it's kind of therapeutic just having some kind of closure and not walking on eggshells like I have been for the past few days. Kai and I are going to the gym tomorrow to do some relaxing yoga and hopefully figure out what to do next.
Oh, I know what you're going to do next.
Oh, goodness. Let's do some custom stretches,
some
my
hot
guy.
Yoga.
Oh, my. We've both taken off from work. I'm sorting out my finances, and hopefully I should get the ball rolling to finally legally split from my husband and be able to call him my ex and not soon to be ex. I am still so frazzled. I have at least half a dozen pictures of him and me on my desk, and our wedding picture is in my lock screen on pretty much all my devices. Ouch! I know my students will notice his sudden disappearance from my life, and I'll have to tell them that the guy I've been raving about for the past forever is divorcing me. I have to tell all my family and friends. Kai is my rock in this whole thing, and we'll eventually have to part ways, which hurts me because he's honestly my #1 support system.
Why do they have to part ways?
Yeah.
Why don't we bring your ways together?
Yeah. I see a way.
Join the ways to
A third way. A path.
To
bone. Maybe.
Yeah.
Living arrangements, actual divorce costs, law stuff, yuck, therapy, sigh. I still have a lot to go through. I can't believe I thought the relationship was perfect. It's really just therapeutic to write all of this down. But Reddit, thank you so much. I've already talked about how much support I've received, but honestly, some of you guys, honesty and compliments have, for lack of better emphasis, saved my life. I would have been with my cheating scum, and Kai would have been too. This place is so awesome, and there's so much to be seen in here. So many nice people checking in on me, wanting to keep up with my story. I will be coming back for more advice someday, though just know that I've seen y'all, yes, all of your sweet words, and I will continue lurking here for a long time. But this should be my final update for now. Thank you again, Reddit, from me and Kai. So there is a bit more to discuss here.
A bit.
The saga continues.
The saga continues.
I want to know if anything happens with Kai and her.
Yeah.
What say we? Together or not?
I say together.
I think they should be.
Together or not?
I think they should be. I don't know if they are. Okay, go ahead. Together.
Together. Yes. Riley.
Gym partners should always be together.
There we go.
Gym partners who gym together stay together.
And I'm going to say together.
The yays have it.
A unanimous together for this next part of the story. So, whoa, holy shit. I was wondering why my inbox was exploding. Thank you all for the well wishes. I've been scrolling for a while, and wow, I'm grateful with so many of the people resonating with everything I've said. There's a lot of things I have to clear it up, so here it goes. The update.
Here it goes.
The update.
About now, nothing much has changed. It's been a little over a week since my final update. My ex-husband and I have briefly spoken about our impending divorce, but other than that, nothing much. Still healing, still working, still hurting. Call me in a year's time and I might have something better for you here about Allison, the other affair girl. No success in contacting her, though some of your suggestions have motivated me to work harder. About Kai and me. I know a lot of you are talking about this, so I'd rather get it out now rather than skirt around it. Kai and I are healing together.
Ooh.
As friends.
Oh.
Yes.
For now.
For now. And I doubt we would be an ideal match.
No.
Kai wants independent couple life, and I'm hoping to have kids. He's expressed that he has a very low libido. Why is he expressing that to you? I don't know. A big reason why he blames the whole situation on himself.
Oh,
don't do that. While I have a high one, a high libido. Besides, we're basically brother and sister, but thank you for thinking about my options, LOL. Not quite ready to date yet and probably won't be for a while. Is the story fake? Yep, you caught me. Haha, just kidding. I wish it was. No curses to you if you think it is though. It's not like you can trust everything you see on the internet, and I doubt you can change your mind, but unfortunately, yes, I am living in this reality and no amount of rude messages are gonna stop that. And that is where our story concludes.
What a saga.
What a saga.
Yeah, I'm just curious, like, when would you have ended things? Like in the comments, let us know. And also, I don't know, like, is there anything that we should give advice on from here?
Love yourself.
Yeah, I think, like, honestly, it's good that she's not getting with Kai because now she can date herself, love herself, invest in herself, and
work on
honestly, getting right back into a relationship after, probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
You need time,
What
girl.
they say in improv classes, work on your characters, get them really strong. And I think if you improve upon Lotion Man, you can really get that routine down.
Yep.
There we go. Improve Lotion Man. That is the key to success here.
But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.